on which the treatise was inscribed. So it's a karmic thing that, you being a German background, like Prague, and decide to stay here, and you are assigned to moderate this panel because you are the stone pillar of this panel tree, As Cameron said, we actually, our first meeting was right here by the Charles River, remember? About this network, we should do something about reincarnation. That's 3 years ago. So it's just a whole cycle that we are back in Prague at Forum 2000 on a panel reincarnation when we were here for the Tibet Road Conference 3 years ago. And there was a cafeteria, right? Decided we should form this network and start this initiative. And we organized, Harvard organized a conference last November, 2 days conference, reincarnation. And we are co-editing a book, and all the presenters are contributing towards our book as well, so just to create awareness. And Jagannath Panda has also authored and edited a book on reincarnation, and I have so many friends in this room, so thanks for coming. This is one of the first, panel. Now, of course, geopolitically speaking, or politically speaking, you can talk about reincarnation from various perspectives. But then this is, Eastern Europe, and then obviously, Forum is also, largely interested in Ukraine vis-a-vis Russia, So I'll try to bring the Russian angle to reincarnation. So you might just wonder, what has Russia to do with reincarnation of the Dalai Lama, right? Now, Chinese government is not interested in the idea of reincarnation because they are a communist party. They say religion is poison, and then they criticize the Dalai Lama throughout his life. But they are interested in the office of the Dalai Lama. So they want to control the office. Why they want to control the office? So geopolitically speaking, whole of Himalayan belt, from Kashmir to Nepal, Bhutan, Himachal, Nepal, and Sikkim, all the way to Arunachal Pradesh, are mainly majority Buddhist region, and majority of them follow Dalai Lama as their spiritual leader. Now, if they control the office of the Dalai Lama, who the person is irrelevant to the Chinese government. For us, who that next Dalai Lama is very important. From spiritually, our devotion lies to that person. For the Chinese government, who can be replaced, who can be played around, but the office, so that they can bring this fake Dalai Lama and tell the Himalayan region to lean towards China, not towards India or South Asia. And then up north is Tibet. And Tibet is huge, and Tibet is 2.5 million kilometers of land, meaning it's as big as Germany and as big as Western Europe in German context. Texas and California combined, it's a huge territory. Rich in natural resources, water, major rivers of Asia flow from Tibet. They want to control that. Up north is Inner Mongolia. Again, Inner Mongolia is where 90% of the rare earth of China comes from Inner Mongolia. They all follow Buddhism, they all follow Dalai Lama. And up north is Outer Mongolia, which is an independent Mongolia now. They also follow Dalai Lama. So you can, geographically, you can clearly see vastness of the geography or the influence of the Dalai Lama. Now up north is Russia. So there are 3 republics in Russia, which again follows Dalai Lama. Buret, Tuva, and Kalmyk. They all follow Dalai Lama. So if you have control or influence over the office of Dalai Lama, you can have an impact from Russia all the way to Himalayan region. And obviously the West and around the world, there are a lot of Buddhists. Now particularly in Russia, I will just give you an example. In Kalmyk Republic, they just had an international Buddhist conference. I'm talking about 2 weeks ago, even 10 days ago. And they had representation from China, all over all the Buddhist countries, and from Indian government delegation had 3 Tibetan Lamas. Chinese government objected to all 3 Tibetan Lamas from participating. And the Russian government, under pressure, finally allowed 2 Lamas to come, but they denied 1 Lama because he was born in Tibet. So can you imagine Russia agreeing with Chinese government on simple participation of a monk in a Buddhist-related conference? Russia listened to China. Now what they are trying to do is, China is putting pressure on Russia to invite the fake Panchen Lama, the Chinese Panchen Lama, so that they can legitimize him, they can groom him, give him the profile. Because in post-Dalai Lama scenario, they want to have a prophet or a Lama who can speak for Tibetan Buddhism. And then the Russia is under tremendous pressure. Now you might not know, with Ukraine war, the defense minister of Russia was Sergei Shoigu. We all know that, right? But he claims he is an Orthodox Christian, which we believe, but he is from Kalmyk Republic. Kalmyk is 84.5% Buddhist and 16 or so percent shamanistic, what they call it, but only 0.6% Orthodox Christian. But actually, it's all his grandfather, grandparents, and parents are all Buddhist. So Sergei Shoigu, thank goodness he claimed himself to be, Orthodox Christian. Otherwise, had he said, I'm a follower of Dalai Lama, that could have looked very bad when it comes to Ukraine war, right? Now, at the onset of the Ukraine war, many people, thousands from Buret and Kalmyk, especially Tuba, were sent as volunteers. There was a front page New York Times article saying thousands from Buret region and Tuba region died because Sergei was pushing these three republics to fight. And then now hundreds of thousands have escaped to Mongolia from the three republics. So now China is helping Russia, and part of the concession they want is on the recognition of Dalai Lama and promotion of Islam. So, in the European context, we must understand that if you let China have its way on reincarnation of Dalai Lama, you are letting China and Russia come together to impact